Welcome back, Zach.
I know. It's nice to be back.
It's nice to be back. Another podcast. Another week.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this, man.
I know. Every week and every day we've had someone on, and it's kind of nice just to me and you. I know we've had people on, friends. What the fuck is that?
That was the steering wheel for the PlayStation. It was shutting down.
Someone's gonna kill me, dude.
Yeah, I would look out. There's a face in the sheet behind you.
No, it's cool. Me and you. New setup.
New setup.
Not everyone. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Restart this shit.
Don't know. We're good.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh,
it's
I said
good.
restart.
No,
We already have
no,
to.
we don't have to
Yep.
restart at all. We're gonna use this because you're right. This new setup is beautiful. This table, high quality. Thank you, grandparents,
We say it like
Thank you,
every time,
Mom.
though.
because it's a nice table. It's a high quality table.
Let's restart.
No.
Let's restart.
Why? For what? Like, if you want to restart, just start talking again. You don't have to hit the record button. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, all right. Peter McKinnon, like, on just my camera. Yeah, bro. Restarting. Here we go.
Take two.
Take two. There's no... All right. It's fine.
Bring us in again.
I'm not going to do that. It's fine because this works. This is beautiful. This is what it's supposed to be. Just us bullshatting.
I shattered my pants. We have to restart. I have to go.
When was the last time you actually did that? Have you actually done that as an adult?
I have actually shit my pants, yes.
Was it like...
Uncomfortable?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
naturally.
Yes.
But was there extreme circumstances or...
Yeah. It included Taco Bell
Mm.
and food poisoning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. What was the culprit? Cheeserito?
I don't remember.
Quesadilla?
I think I was in middle school, so... Oh. It was a while.
Were you at school?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I know. That would have been bad. Nope, I was on the couch. I felt sick. And I was like, you know what? This is a fart. I'm going to let it out and quickly find out.
Blap.
It was not. You know, like, I don't want to get too far into that, but it just snuck up on me, and all of a sudden it was like, ha ha, we're here. No. Not good. Have you?
Have I? Not as an adult that I can think of. I mean, I've farted a couple times and it's been wet, but it's never reached the undies, thankfully. I'm pretty, like, cautious about that. I don't take too many risks.
Not a risk taker?
No.
Not when it comes to your pants?
No.
Being soiled?
No. That is one of my biggest fears. So, having to be near other people with a turd in my own pants. No thanks.
I mean, how can you have a normal conversation with anybody if you did? Like, would you tell them? Because I wouldn't. I mean, they'd probably be like...
Oh, they would
"Smells like
definitely be
shit."
able to smell it, yeah.
Yeah, we'd just be like, it was a bad fart.
Yeah, dude, it'd be so easy to tell who did it because that person would just be beat red. You'd be like, you look fine, you look fine. You look like you stepped into the sun for some reason, and you smell like a turd.
That'd be a good indicator that...
Yeah, bro.
Alright, maybe it wouldn't. Well, I have a question for you. My questions list.
Hit me.
What's a bad habit of yours?
A bad habit?
Yeah.
One of the many. Probably like not taking things very seriously when I should. It's a bad habit. Like school, for instance, classes.
Yeah.
Like I'm fairly confident in myself at this point.
Right.
So like I feel like every time I start a new class, I'm like, I got this. And then I get into it and I'm like, you know, I was definitely wrong. And then I start to worry. And then that doesn't help. But usually I make it out okay. But it's more like a procrastination like kind of deal. That's one of my worst. I just wait. And
There's
then
a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
Well, Did you overcome it, or are you still procrastinating?
On certain things. There's like it comes and goes. Like some weeks I'm just like I'm just gonna get this done, and then I
Right.
kill it. But then it's just like other weeks I'm like I'm not doing this.
I'm still pretty bad at procrastinating, even though I know I do it. I try and set things up, or like set my schedule in a certain way to overcome the procrastination. So I don't let myself do it. Like I'll set deadlines that are way before, but then I know my deadlines I've made up, so I don't take them as seriously. So it's all.
It's hard to take yourself seriously
Yeah.
when you give yourself like even a little bit of leeway.
It's just having the self-discipline of doing something.
Yeah.
Like,
That's I don't think many people have that.
and it's not easy. I mean,
No.
to have like very strict self-discipline, a lot of people don't have that.
Not even a
you can
little
look
bit.
at people's diets, their routines. Like there's just a lot of people don't have a strict.
Anything. They're
Yeah.
just like floating in the breeze. Ooh, I just happened to float into a McDonald's. Looks like I'm not eating healthy today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real issue too. Is everyone just? It's easier to go that route. you know?
Yeah.
It's simpler. It's faster. And it's fast food. hence-
Speaking of fast food, I had a thought the other day. How come there's not like a legit just breakfast fast food joint? There's like donut shops like Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme, but I'm talking like, and they do the deal. They make sandwiches and stuff, but I'm talking like
dedicated.
dedicated to this and round the clock.
What would you name yours? If you had your own breakfast fast food
I don't know.
B-roll.
B-roll. B-roll breakfast roll. Ooh, that's not bad. That's a good idea. Let's do it. Start the peer review B-roll.
Jeez.
The breakfast roll.
Oh, that'd be cool. It makes sense. That's probably the most needed time for fast food.
Yeah.
Is honestly breakfast, because everyone just skips it or they grab a donut.
Right. And
Or
then
they-
there's days too where I'm like, it's dinner time and I'm like, I want a waffle. What the hell? Nobody give me a waffle?
I don't know if I would stay open though all 8 to 12 hours though for a breakfast fast food.
Oh, I
feel like
totally
it-
would.
I'd be open till like noon, 1 maybe.
Yeah, but then you'd lose out on all the people that want breakfast food later.
Be like,
If it's an option, people are going to eat it.
probably, but I would just close my doors and say, go make your own breakfast burrito and
Go make your own breakfast burrito. It's 2 p.m.
go
You
across
jerk.
the street.
Yeah,
Go to
Go to
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Go to the competition. Did you see that Burger King? What was I reading? I think it was in Europe or in the UK. Burger King put out an ad that said, "We don't usually do this or encourage this, but please go to McDonald's, Subway, and all the other fast food places because their like lockdown is so strict that it's affecting the people that work in that industry. So they put out an ad for other places.
What?
Yeah, they're just trying to help out. That was nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
It's getting bad over there.
questions. Where was that at?
I think in Britain, in the UK.
Well, they're so kind over there.
Yeah. Cheerio.
Hey, we can't serve you, so we'll spend money on our own advertisement for other companies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they could. I mean, I don't think it was that they couldn't serve people because they're still open. It's just the fact that they want to make sure that that whole industry is still making money,
Yeah.
so they can stay open.
that's true. So with our new podcast area here, I don't know. Have you gone through and explained the boards or the stuff that you have around?
No,
No.
we can do that right now. Okay.
Because we have tons of longboards here, and
They all hold a little bit. There's a couple memories in these boards.
yeah, did you make all of these? Or-
No, all of them but two. So the one on the edge of the TV here and the one up top I did not make, but I made the rest of them. There was a longboard brand that I started and didn't keep going just because it was like the summer before we went to college.
Mhm.
And the person that I was doing it with didn't want to keep
Do it
doing it.
anymore.
No.
You should have
So-
kept doing it.
I tried.
You still can.
I did the summer after that. I just
Mhm.
I can't bring my press and everything with me down to Mankato when I was doing that. So
I suppose.
yeah, but no, I mean, I would like to do it again, to start again and just start making them. But yeah, it was Stimulus Board Company, which my roommate made a good point. He said that would be perfect right now because of all the Google searches for stimulus.
Dude, your business name is probably getting hella SEO right now.
Yeah, probably. I didn't have a
Ranking
website.
really high.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't checked the Instagram account in a while. I wonder what that's about.
jeez. Untapped. Here we go. But and then some cars.
Yeah, Audis. Those are my go-to vehicles.
I thought you said you didn't like Audi.
Yeah, that would explain the one in the garage.
one
I hate them, dude. Absolutely.
Hurt your wallet.
It's
hurt your pride.
They don't hurt my wallet so much. I mean, at this point, I've learned that every car is kind of a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. So just buy what makes you happy. Because they're all going to break. It doesn't matter.
At some point, something's going to go wrong with your vehicle.
Yeah. And I would rather, not that I've spent more money, I don't think I have, than normal people would on any other vehicle, but yeah. I would rather spend the money on that because every time I get into it,
you like it.
It gives me a smile, puts a smile on my face.
I think every time I drive your car, I put a smile on my own face.
Yeah. It's very, you feel it. It's a good vehicle. It's not the fastest thing in the world, not at all.
No.
But
what made you like Audi in the first place?
Well, I don't really know. I don't remember kind of how I stumbled onto it. Like, it was kind of a weird decision because when I was in middle school and high school, before I had a car, I always wanted a Subaru, like the WRX, a rally car. I was like, that's sweet. But they're way overpriced because everybody and their mother wants one. So yeah. I was like, what other cars have all-wheel drive and turbos? And sure enough, Audis, most of them. And you get a little bit of luxury. So
kind of like an all-in-one.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So that kind of leads into my next question, something that you love that is vintage.
Vintage? Mm-hmm. Something vintage that I love.
Yeah, I know that one of those was an older Audi car.
Yeah.
If it was just older cars in general.
Audi Quattro. I like older cars if they're weird.
Yeah.
If they're kind of ugly. The more ugly, the better.
Yep.
And like just quirky and weird, I like that because it's just, how did you come up with that design? Like, it doesn't look good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not... Now it's a beautiful car because I can respect what it did, the Quattro. But if you saw it on the street and you didn't know what it is, you'd be like, what the hell is that cardboard box with wheels doing on the road? Like,
that definition of a box car.
But yeah, cars. I have something on my mind. I can't remember what it is. Like, it's vintage. What am I thinking of? I don't know. If it comes to me, I'll bring it up.
Have you ever collected anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple things. When I was a kid, I would collect rocks.
Well,
I think every kid did. Every
kid did. Yeah. I collected a lot of agates.
A lot of agates.
I kept all my agates that I found, and I would put them in my fish tanks because I also liked fish tanks.
I remember you had that giant one.
Yeah, 55 gallons. Full of fish. They're full of fish and agates.
When I was growing up, my parents had this friend, and in their basement they had a giant thing like that, and they had a muskie in it.
Yeah. I put a Northern in mine.
How long?
It jumped out.
It jumped out?
Gross. It literally launched itself out of the fish tank and on my floor into the middle of the night. Like, I was sleeping. And this is how I found out. Like, this is how I woke up to my Northern Pike on my floor, my carpet to my room. I got up to go to the bathroom at night, and I stepped on him.
Did you in
I
half?
Freaked out, dude. No, because he, like, twitched when I stepped on him. So I'm, like,
was he
out.
Like, dead after that?
No, he was fine. Like, I didn't, like, squish him in half. I just, like...
touched him, kind of?
Like, yeah. I mean, you're not very fast moving when you wake up out of sleep. So you're like, he touched a wet, slimy thing. You're like, what?
I don't remember leaving my sock there.
Oh, dude. But it freaked me out. Cause like I didn't throw it over here, but no, I freaked out and I didn't know what it was. I flipped on the light in my room and what, dude? My fish is just flopping on the carpet. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it was like kind of wet still, but it wasn't. I was like, how are you alive? How long have you been chilling on the floor? Threw him in the fish tank again.
He's making the transition.
He literally just back to the bottom and it was fine. I'm like, what? You crazy animal. How could you just sit here and suffocate for
chilling? He shows,
put me back in the water.
Billy Bass.
Yeah, dude. My grandpa had one of those, and that was like the first time I saw one. Loved it. And then he ended up getting like the deer, and
oh yeah,
that's just
too much.
Mm-hmm.
Stop touching the button, Grandpa.
Right. Beep. But no, I've always liked collecting rocks, and I had like an obsession with fish and fish tanks. That was
I always liked the little minnows you could get at Walmart. The little like thin silver-looking fish with the black stripe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, huge fan of those.
I like the glow in the dark ones.
Oh yeah.
Neon.
Yeah, where you get the black light.
Right.
It's just.
I was curious to like why. Like that's the most terrible camouflage. It like.
Yeah, pretty much. You look like a fishing lure. Yeah.
Right.
You're the reason we have fishing lures. You dumb animal.
Badging it.
Yeah, how are they not extinct? Like that would have been.
Probably made them.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
You know what?
Somebody's in the back of Walmart with a Sharpie, a little highlighter.
Injecting them with like the fluid from the glow in the dark necklaces and stuff. Like these will sell $6.
Yeah, Chernobyl fish.
Right.
Radioactive.
Not good. I know any other animal in the wild that is like bright colors like that, usually poisonous and will kill you.
Yeah, or dangerous, because like a predator of some kind. Like a tiger is that color because it just doesn't care.
Even the tiger's got like stripes or like a mane or.
I guess, but I feel
like
I could pick a tiger out from a distance.
What kind of tiger though? Like.
Ooh, well, just like your standard orange tiger.
Say,
probably not. Ones. Yeah, like white ones, you're probably not going to see too well in the snow.
No.
Or anywhere for that matter.
I guess. I mean, unless they're sitting in like green grass and be like.
You're right, but
but they're not going to be chilling there if they want to kill you. So. What else have you collected?
Hot Wheels. I stopped a couple, well, not even a couple, probably a year and a half ago, just like picking them up, but I would just like walk by and.
Well, I mean, they're only a couple dollars. They're cool.
Right. Well, like my idea is just to have everything that I liked when I was a kid and have it. So if I ever have kids, I can just give it to them, and then like, you know what I mean. Also, I have a nephew who likes them, so I just pick them up every once in a while. But
did you ever collect like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
No, not a huge fan of cards.
I had Pokemon and switched over to Yu-Gi-Oh. Thought Yu-Gi-Oh was the shit. I had the whole arm thing where you could like whip
and
it
you
out.
were the coolest kid in town.
Yes, I was. Like, put all my cards in my arm and like, let's play. I had no idea how to play it. I just like, mine's cooler than yours, so I win.
At least launch out of the thing?
Yeah.
Did you like shoot them out of your arm?
Shoot them out, but it made noises and you push buttons and it was cool thing. It was the deal.
Sick.
I know. I loved it. And then I went into my uncle at the time. He was probably like my age now. When I was like younger, and he was like, "Dude, look at playing cards. Like, look at." He introduced me to like your baseball cards and football cards. And he's like, I'm going off to college, and he's like, I'm cleaning up my room. I want you to have this. And it was his binder, like a book, a binder book of just all of his cards he's ever collected. And he's like, you can have it. I'm like, really? Because this is like a lot of money. And I still have that book. I still have the cards I've added to it. And I have a collection of baseball, hockey, and football from like old rookie cards to new cards.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I
Just
wish
have it.
you all of the luck in the world with that, because I made a mistake with those cards. Actually, me and my roommate did. Me and Bemis.
Oh,
Did we ever show you what happened with that? Do you remember us doing that?
no, but I know there's a market now for cards. Like, there's like stocks have,
Yeah.
there's like a stock market for cards. Like, cards have
yeah.
values and stuff. Like, you can trade the value of I was like, oh.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way.
What'd you do? You sell all of them?
Well, we
eBay?
found this, like, garage sale somebody was having down in the cities.
Uh-huh.
So it was like a warehouse that somebody owned, and like we went in and they had this whole pile. It must have been, I don't know, 10,000 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought them all for, what did we buy them for? $50? Something like that. 30? 50. I don't know. Anyway, besides the point. So I spent probably 2 weeks going through each of the cards and categorizing them all into like the brand, like teams and all that.
Yeah.
And we brought them in, and we had like everything.
All of it?
It was mostly football and baseball, and it like brought it in, and they wouldn't even look at them. Like, they didn't even dig through them.
Oh.
The people that we brought them to, because like,
Really?
who do you sell them to?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, we could have put them online, but I didn't want to wait to move them. You know, I didn't want 10,000 cards sitting around. So we brought them in, and they like, yep, we'll give you $8.
What?
Yeah.
$8?
No, they offered us 5. I think we talked them up to 8.
Yeah.
$8?
$8.
People pay $800 for one card.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of those.
Apparently, we didn't have any. In 10,000 cards, there was not one that they
That dude
considered.
robbed you
we
blind.
went to 2 different places,
They
and they both did the same exact thing.
They're probably just your average
Yeah.
store or something. It's actually not a bad idea, just going to those stores now and like seeing if they even pay attention to the internet. And be like,
Oh, I'm sure they do. That's their whole business. They have to be on top of like card
Yeah.
prices,
yeah,
because that's where we brought them, was store. Like, they were just card stores, trading cards, or like sports cards stores, and that was
still
it.
were like, no.
Yeah, they didn't care. They're like, we've seen this 30 fucking times today. We
Dang.
don't care about yours. So like, and the odds that we had something, I would say worth, I don't know. I'm sure if we would have dug through them and like really paid attention, we probably could have got maybe $100. But
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could have got way more than that. I mean, with 10,000 cards, there's plenty of cards in there. It's the thing that there's people out there that like certain cards or like certain people that will pay.
well, right. So while I was going through them on like and separating them,
Yeah.
every single one was eBay. I was on there, and I was
Okay.
going through each price, like 90 cents, 90 cents, 90 cents, 90 cents.
Wow.
And by the time you move, you know what I mean? Like, you're not
Right.
making anything when you got to ship everything. So,
$8 it was.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you have something magical in that box, because that would be cool. But unfortunately, like you said, because I noticed after I sold those, like, Gary Vaynerchuk comes out and he's like, trading cards. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Come on. Like, that was right there, too. Like, when he started up on that within the last year or so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, no.
Annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I do have them, and I know there's cards in there that are, like, I was fighting kids on the playground for them. Like,
Karate chopping. Get me that freaking Mike
one of his
Killebrew,
kids,
dude.
I won't slap his name, but started with a C, and I was like,
There's only one person I know that has a name that starts with a C. Can I say it out loud?
I mean, sure.
I don't think. Is it a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Chance.
No.
What?
No. Wasn't Chance. It was Chase.
Oh. Forgot about him.
Yep. And I remember, like, we were like dealing cards out in the playground, and
That jerk.
he ripped me off, and
Okay.
and like he gave me a really crappy deal, and I didn't realize it until like the deal was done, and I was like, wait, no, like, I want my card back, and he's like, nah, dude,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
that was the deal, that was the card, and then I realized what I just gave him, I was like, no, give it back, like
Kicked him in the throat.
right.
You can't get in trouble when you're that young. You might as well hurt somebody.
False. I did get in trouble. I was on the monkey.
How much trouble?
They were very concerned. So I was, dude, it was like 3rd, 4th grade, and I was, the monkey bars, and I
I'm
was
familiar,
hanging
yeah.
from the monkey bars, from my feet, from like curled my legs around, so you're hanging
Dangerous
upside
move.
down, right? Trying to be cool. Elizabeth, one of the girls we went to school with,
Uh-huh.
she came up to me and was like, I don't remember if she was like trying to tickle me, pull me down, or whatever it was. But I was hanging upside down again, remember? And I got scared. So I launched out, bit her on the arm, super hard. Like I dug in, like I broke flesh. And obviously she was like freaking out. She just got her arm ripped off.
Yeah, because you look like a vampire at this point. You're upside down, biting people.
Yeah. Well, don't try and yank me off the freaking monkey bars. Like,
I'm napping.
like, dude. And then, so I remember being in huge load of trouble. Like, they were super concerned. Like, why did you bite her? I'm like, it was upside down. And,
Yeah,
like,
what
I'm a
else could
kid.
I
Like,
do?
I don't know. Like, I'm scared. Like, didn't use my words. I just fucking lashed out, I guess. Sorry.
I like
Like,
how
what if I broke my neck? What if I fell on my
Yeah.
head? Like, I was hanging upside down. Don't pull on people.
I feel like
But no.
it's hard to converse with this young child when they lash out. Like, don't ask them why they did it. They don't know. It just happened. It was
Right.
some primal instinct to bite somebody when they're hanging upside down.
I also, middle school was North Elementary was a weird time. Like, I also remember sitting on, like, the bench, like, on our playground, like, sitting by the trees or something. And one of the kids in our grade, he was on the scale. He wasn't all there. And he had, like, a teacher with him.
He was on the spectrum.
Spectrum.
No,
And
this kid, he
scale.
was on the. I was like, was he? What?
The big kid,
Big-
man. So, we're going on vacation soon.
Yes.
Week or two. And we've gone on vacations before, and we've actually,
Longboard in Tennessee.
yeah.
That was fun.
I got hurt then, too.
Yeah, you fell. I don't think I did. And if I did, it didn't hurt bad enough.
No, I don't think you did. I remember going down that long hill right before Midge said, I hope you wipe out.
Yeah.
And I wiped out hard.
Uh-huh.
That was good. That was a good time. How about that time when same thing, Carter was going down the hill and almost took with that brand new Corvette?
I remember that. That was fun.
Yep.
Downhill longboarding is one of the greatest things I think you can do as far as like adrenaline rush, because there's no real protection.
You're just flying down the pavement.
I mean, you're doing at least 30, and
Yeah.
then
You can't catch yourself.
there's no brakes.
Nope.
You just, the way to slow down is just to open up and like make yourself big so you catch more air.
Yeah, it's interesting. But my question, every time I go on vacation or go on a road trip, what are like 3 things that you never forget to bring?
Inhaler.
Inhaler. That's important.
Mild asthmatic. I would freak out if I didn't have it. Like, honestly, sometimes when I know it's not like near me, like if I'm somewhere and I don't have it, I'm like, well, this could be it. This could...
The last day of Jamie Gold.
Yeah, what a bummer. Just an asthma attack. Blah! Like, I don't know how you would fix it either. Like,
Have you had an asthma attack?
Yeah, but I've always had like somebody with me that's able to like get the inhaler, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never like gotten like
Yeah.
super bad, thankfully.
Yeah. I woke up, and like in the middle of my asthma attack, I was sleeping, and I woke up into it, and I couldn't call for help. And was dark out too.
Mhm.
Like it was dark in my room. Dude, that was the most like terrifying moment in my life. Like I thought I was gonna die. I didn't breathe for like a minute.
Yeah.
Dude, it was. And in a minute, when you're not breathing, is like eternity.
Yeah.
It's just.
Because you don't know when it's gonna stop. You're just like, oh crap.
Yeah. That was Yeah, that's freaky. So inhaler.
Yep. Usually I got a knife on me, pocket knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty important.
Yeah. Never know when you're gonna have to whittle some wood or
Yeah.
stab somebody.
Open a package. Grab a piece of mail or something. I
Right.
don't know. Third thing. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, like the usual stuff, like a wallet, some good shoes.
It's good shoes. How about like a blanket, food?
I don't.
Or like
I usually don't
pillow.
travel with the blanket.
like deodorant, a razor.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
that's all like normal
Like-
stuff. I don't
But
like. Is there anything?
would you bring a pocket knife over a toothbrush? You know, like if you could only bring.
Where am I going?
I don't
Am I
know.
going into the woods?
Is
Is this a road trip into the wilderness?
Three things. How about this? Only three things you can bring.
So I would say one specific to myself. I usually have a camera,
Yeah.
and
Good
like
point.
you, yeah. I
Good
mean,
point, yeah.
that's something that people
Camera.
probably don't carry around. Like, I mean, they have their phone, but I'm talking like
Right.
a DSLR.
Yeah. That's a good one. Camera. Food.
Just in case, yeah. Food. You bring food with you?
Yeah.
You worried about running out somewhere in America where we have
Fast
food
food.
every 5 feet?
Getting hungry. What are we gonna do?
Dude, it's been 14 feet. I haven't seen a McDonald's. I think we're gonna die.
I love it when we're doing road trips or on our way back or something, and like you're just driving through the night and it's dreadful, and you stop somewhere to like get food, and you just binge whatever. Like
Yep.
everything looks good.
All bets are off. Doesn't matter. You're like, I'm not being healthy. It's 2
Yeah,
a.m.
you're like,
Yeah. Down the aisle.
what jerky should I get?
All
All
of
of them.
it,
That's always funny. You get in the car, you eat like two things. You're like,
Yeah, this is too much.
I
I
really don't want all of this now.
got peanut butter and dill pickle chips. This was a poor decision. It all looked too good. I always make the mistake of doing that, and I'll go in and I don't grab something to drink that's like neutral.
Yeah.
Like I'll get like a coffee and like a pop, but I should have got like a water as well because you don't go from one to the next. Like a
Yeah.
pop to a coffee, you can't do that.
I run into that problem of going into a gas station or something, and like I'll go in there and I want to get an energy drink, but I'm like, well, then I should get a water to supplement that. You know, like,
Yeah.
and before I know it, I'm
You
like,
got 3 energy
I got a
drinks.
Gatorade, a
and-
water, an energy drink, but the energy drinks are 2 for $5, so
And
you're
you're
like, or 5.
dehydrated by the time you get to your car, and you're like, well, I'm not going back now.
Right. And then
Saliva will have to do.
everything is like, you know, you have to buy 2 or 3 and end up walking out spending $25 and
Yeah,
gas
it's dangerous.
stations, man. They'll steal your money.
There's one thing I need to work on is like looking at the price of things that I buy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of money I could save if I just didn't like buy certain brands or like
It's just funny how.
water is crazy if you get like Ice Mountain compared to Fiji
Mm-hmm.
and you do that every day for like a week, you could
Yeah.
probably save yourself $30.
Right.
But then you don't have Fiji water, and then what's life?
Jeez, I don't even think I've had Fiji water.
Really? It's the best water for you.
Really?
It is.
Artisan water.
It's artisan
Ever had
water.
that?
Well, I just said that I had never had it.
It says it on the bottle. It's untouched by man.
Wow.
Well, it's up to you, I guess. If you want to spend.
It's all bottled by women. It's untouched by man. That's why I buy it. It's more gentle. It's a more gentle bottling process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cleaner. No. You gotta be careful what you spend your money on. Like, it's funny how some people will save money if they'll cut corners in certain areas, but then binge and the opposite, and then you're still not saving any money.
Yeah.
Because I know people that will, for instance, I would like cut back on spending at the gas station, but then blow that extra money in another category where
Yeah, at the
it's-
grocery store. You're buying the
And-
same stuff,
yeah.
just different location. Yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever. There was a question that came up on the pod decks.
Ooh.
Out of the 5 senses that we have,
Mm-hmm.
which one would you get rid of? So we have taste, touch, smell, hear.
If you get rid of smell, you
And-
get rid of taste. Those kind of
What's
go
the other
hand.
one?
They go hand in hand.
Sight.
Got it. Our eyeballs.
You would
I
do
don't wanna
eyeballs?
no, I would not want to get rid of my eyes.
Uh,
I want to keep these things. Which sucks is that we usually go.
I would probably go. Taste. Because if I could smell the food, I know that it's probably good. I don't necessarily need to taste it. But
I would let my smell go.
because I would like to be able to hear shit, because that's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous walking across the street.
Or
I
people
want-
talking.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought about touch for a second, but then like, if you've ever like had your whole arm fall asleep when you're asleep, dude,
Yeah.
no way, not all the time. I'd be a noodle, bro. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. Like flop around, you can't feel anything.
or, like, how would you know too much? Or like,
But when they say if you lose your sense of touch, does that mean just specifically in your hand, or is that everywhere on your body? Because you can like, I can feel that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it'd probably be like just the same feeling. Like, your arm's touching something, it's just numb. Like, you can't.
Yeah, that'd be
actually
terrifying.
Feel anything.
I did that. Have you ever like done that? You wake up and you can't like, you're like, oh, dude, it's right here, and then you like pick it up with the other arm and you just start whipping it around. I've done that a couple times because I'm like, if I'm losing it, I'm gonna hit something with it real quick before it's really good. I'm like,
Yeah, but then it comes back and it hurts.
yeah, you get that pins and needles.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
dude,
hate
the
that.
worst thing in your
I think-
feet because you can't like.
If your leg does it, it's like extremely painful.
Yeah.
Like
Is it weird that it like tickles for me?
Yeah.
Does it like tickle?
Yeah,
So like I
absolutely.
giggle, like I'm like it hurts, but it's funny at the same time. You're like, ah.
You're like, are you orgasming?
Can't-
Me and Brittany
Can't
were
walk
going to on a road trip to Colorado, and my leg had fallen asleep like in the vehicle,
Mhm.
and it was like slowly coming back, but then it would like fall asleep again, and it was like sitting in between there because it was like something was pinched or like
I
I
don't
wasn't stretching. It was.
feel it.
It felt like forever. Just kept going back and forth from going numb to like coming back and like tingling and then going numb again. I was like, stop! Just get it over with.
I wonder what that would show up like on like the Neuralink thing.
Insane.
Could you just be like, bzzz. Something wrong with Jimmy? You just got the beeping thing on the wall. Boop, 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 boop. What the hell?
Yeah. Never like that. Oh, jeez.
That sounded healthy, dude.
Mm.
Dang.
Can you do that? Do you ever just,
I'm scared too because my vertebrae are fused, so I'd kill
yeah.
myself. Right?
Got it.
Black.
Not funny, but you'd be interested.
Okay, I'm curious. Like, would you die if you broke it?
Your neck.
Yeah. Like, do you die? I don't. Like,
Yeah,
if you
there's a
sever the spinal cord, yeah. But if you just break it and then it's loose, like your head, I feel like, well, I'm pretty sure you would just drop to the floor. But would you die?
I don't know. I mean, if it cut off the, stuff to your lungs,
or would you just be
like-
paralyzed?
Or paralyzed, or does it stop everything? Does it stop the function of like your brain maybe be like still going, but like the rest of your body can't
do it?
functioning, or like it's not sending signals? I'm assuming you'd probably die at some
That'd be
point.
scary. Cause what if losing your sense of touch? If you can't feel anything, do you think your brain would still be able to send like the signal
Yeah,
for your heart?
I feel like that's just automatic.
Well, yeah, but
That's
if
like
you
an
can't,
autopilot.
well, hopefully.
Yeah,
But like, if you can't, like,
because think about people that are paralyzed. I mean, the hearts are still beating. So,
suppose that's true. Yeah, good point.
but Good question, though.
It's either that or they're robots and we just don't know it. You're getting a mechanical heart.
Robots are coming, man.
They're coming. Are you worried about robots?
I'm not sure. I'm not worried about robots. I think it's actually would be a cool thing, helpful. Little nerve-wracking, obviously, but
Mhm.
like, dude, technology's coming.
Yeah.
It's gonna be here. Like, we have robots already. We have machines
Right.
that do machining for us. Like,
Are you worried about robots becoming sort of like us?
us and
Where
more
they
intelligent.
where they can just like kind of like an iRobot situation. Like I worry a little bit because I know, like, for instance, that
I would
when
say
I
we're not
play the racing simulator, right?
right.
I get really frustrated sometimes and I will punch the steering wheel, right?
Good.
So now the steering wheel is internalized that I just punched it. And in the future, my iRobot situation is going to come down, grab the steering wheel, transformer itself into its chest with the steering wheel, and then it's just going to kadoosh me back. Like, that's what I'm worried about. Like,
Man.
do you think it remembers? Do you think robots remember?
Past data, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. You got a Roomba, like a vacuum, and you kick it.
Kick
You're
it,
like, you
it just
stupid piece of crap.
Would you rather have like robots as like Transformers, or would you rather have like robots that we like built and they're like the iRobot kind of
Transformers.
like to the
I don't-
extent, or like just like
I want them to come here. I don't want to know that some person
created it.
created something that's gonna kick my ass. Like, that bothers me that people still like want to go in that direction. Not like to hurt people, obviously. Hopefully there's nobody that's in that business
they
that
make
has ill
robots
will. But
already that like speak and like have conversations with you that for people that are lonely and
yeah,
for other reasons, and that's dude, we're not
not
that
far.
far from
No.
just like, you know what, let's slap a few more AI technologies in this thing and let them go. Like, we'll have it clean our house. It'll be
It's
construction.
kinda scary.
We could go war. We could do whatever we want with it because you just program it. I mean, our computers are already smart. Like, or algorithms. I mean, like,
Mhm.
you basically what an algorithm is you just tell it a certain code and then it builds itself. Like, it learns. It gets smarter by itself. So,
Mhm.
dude, that's why technology is like doubling its speed and processing.
Yeah. You watched The Social Dilemma?
I did.
Yes. So did you notice throughout the video, throughout the whole thing, the three guys working in the lab, and they had the guy in the center, you know, and they were like controlling the phone, like when the things would come up.
Yeah.
Did you notice at the beginning of the video that it was just kind of like a shape of a body, but the farther through the video you went, it looked more and more like the kid?
Yeah.
How far do you think you are in that process? What does your floating guy look like?
Ooh, I feel like so. This is because I noticed that too, and I want to say like, man.
Does your phone know you that well? Do you think the algorithms are like that good?
I think it knows me, but I've started noticing that kind of like pattern of stuff before because I've been switching through like social media accounts. So I've have like all the different social like Instagram accounts,
Mhm.
and I noticed that it will show me different types of behaviors on different accounts, like my fishing account or my business account or this account and my personal account. Like, it shows me, and then I'm like, interesting. Like, the behaviors I do on this one totally are completely different of what kind of style content I'm getting compared to my personal versus the whole nother niche. Like, and like, it has its own like
idea of who you are.
And yeah, I
creepy.
started noticing that. I'm like, that's crazy. So everything I do, they create, they
Right.
cater to. So like, exactly what they said they do, obviously. But I'm pretty far. I'm pretty sure they know plenty. You know what I mean? Like with Facebook, we've been on Facebook since it started.
Mm-hmm.
Since it started.
That's weird to like think that they're. I mean, usually you don't think about people being born and then just like growing up too much. But it's weird to think that there's people out there who haven't ever lived without having Facebook in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but think about that. Like, when did you get a Facebook?
I didn't have one for a long time because I thought it was really stupid. I was like, this is dumb.
Right.
Why? Like, I didn't like it, and I still don't. I don't even use it. Like, the only thing I use it for is if I like make a YouTube video.
Yeah, and post your
I can't
YouTube
stand to
video.
go on it.
It just it sucks you in the crap. I feel like.
Yeah, well, I just like the reason I haven't liked it at all ever is because it just shows things I don't want to see. Like, I don't care what you ate for dinner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
I feel like that's a lot of just social platforms in general.
In
though.
general, yeah, they're all
showing
like that. Well, that's why I stopped like almost entirely using social media. I go on Twitter occasionally if I want to like laugh, but I'm only on there for 5 minutes at a time because like eventually you come up on something where you're like, all right, now it's too much. We're
Right.
getting back to that.
But they're making some people don't have that option. Like they're saying on Social Dilemma, like you're about to get off. You're about to like after this video you're
Yeah,
done.
and then it knows.
Then they smack you with a different one. And like I've been there. I'm addicted to watching UFC fights and like knockouts and like that crazy stuff and I'd be like, I'm done. I was like, boom, next one. And I'm like, oh, dude, I have to watch this one. Boom, okay, next one. And then, yeah, 3 hours later, I was just like starving. I'm
Whoops.
like, oh, my
Oops.
stomach's like reminding my body, hey, man, I know you're nose deep in that thing, but we need to eat.
It scares me the most that the people like in the video don't let their kids on that stuff because they know how bad it is. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or how about the guys that were saying, like, I created the technology and I'm like a sucker like for it still. Like, I
Yeah.
can't get off my phone.
Can't get off
even
your
though I
phone.
know how this works. And I think every single human that should watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They need
And
to.
I'm very glad they dropped it on Netflix.
Towards the end of that, there's the guy with the like dreadlocks. I don't remember what his name was, but he was talking about. They asked him, "How do you see this ending?" And I'm pretty sure he said
War.
Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And like with the election and everything happening, it's
Yeah.
like terrifying that it could. I don't know if it would go that far, perhaps, but I feel like the riots and stuff could come back and just be
It could get
that
worse.
bad.
Right. Well, like they're saying, that like an echo chamber of what you already think. So you're always right, and it's in
that's
encouraging what you think
dangerous.
is right. Yeah. So everyone's right, and no one's wrong. We got some serious problems, and no one believes anyone.
That's why podcasts are important because you're not getting all of that. You're getting different ideas, different viewpoints, different.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. And they made a good point too, or I can't remember if someone did, but they're like, yeah, just follow people that. Well, even with Robert, we had on last night, or he was saying like, I make sure I follow things that are like good in my life, like make me happy,
Mm-hmm.
and then follow some people that like don't, so I can get their opinions and get their views, and so it's just interesting. I don't know how it's gonna end.
I
but-
just find it to be easier to not go on at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like a hypocrite because now I'm using Facebook for advertising. So it's like,
Well, yeah, but if you know what you're doing on there and you're not there to like mess around and you're just doing a specific task, it's not terrible.
right. I'm not on there spending millions of dollars to change
But
America's opinion or
Yeah,
something.
it's not hard though to get sucked in. Like, it just isn't. But it's kind of cool now. Like, I recognize it. If I do go on Instagram to post like, hey, I made a video, and like I scroll and I see something and then I'll like catch myself and I'm like, no, you're not doing that.
You're supposed to be on here for a
Yeah.
reason. Yep. I do the same thing. I know I go on there and I have one objective to post something, to check something, to like check the inbox and then get off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I have to battle my way to the inbox because it's like don't want to see
fight.
this. No.
What if they started like if they changed how social media worked and they had to show you in a sense, that thing, like that version of you, if you watch The Social Dilemma, that should be an app. That should be an app. Somebody make that where they look at your like usage, the time that because you can see how much time you spend on each thing.
Yeah.
And then they should take that, you take a picture of yourself, put it on there, and it'll show you how far in you are into that process.
That'd be scary.
That should be a thing somebody makes. Get on it, people, wherever you are
Listening.
listening.
Well, I think that's it.
Oh, you got any other questions?
I mean, we got.
What you got? You got questions?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Hit me.
What celebrities have you met?
Jimmy Allen.
Who's that?
Country singer, of course.
Yep.
I met Jeff Ross. So
Really?
were you there for that?
I don't know.
No, I think that was Hibbard, or not Hibbard, but Mitch Hagg.
Oh.
It was me, Bemis, and Mitch Hagg, and we were at the casino. We were at Mystic, and Dave Attell he's walking in front of me like I'm looking for a blackjack table.
Yep.
And I look up and I see Dave Attell across the tables walking, and I'm like, whoa! And he has a show with Jeff Ross called Bumping Mics. They're two comedians. And then right behind him, like 15 feet, is Jeff. And I'm like, no way. That's Dave Attell and Jeff Ross. I'd like, these are like, he's the roast master general. He's one of like the craziest comedians that there is.
Huh.
And I had to go say something. So I walk up to him and I'm like, Jeff, I'm a huge fan of your work. Like, I love your stuff. And he's like, yup. And I go, I asked the dumbest question. He's at Mystic in Minnesota. I go, did you have a show here tonight? And he goes, yep. And I'm like, okay, yeah, man. And then he just kept walking, and I turn around, and there's actually a photo. I could probably put it in. It's very blurry, but it's me and then Jeff. And I'm like turned behind. Bemis takes the photo. So
Good conversation.
yeah, he wasn't really happy that I assume he didn't want anybody like bringing
No,
attention to him in the middle of a casino, which
Yeah.
in hindsight, yeah, I understand. But come on, dude, you got fans.
Right.
Be nice. Maybe you just got done with the show.
You
though.
know the nicest celebrity I've ever met?
Who?
Travis Pastrana.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
is the nicest human being, I swear. Like, he will take time. If there's a line of people that want to, like, get a picture with him or autograph, he'll go through he'll go through everybody.
Mhm.
Make sure everyone gets their autograph and signature unless the team's like, you need to leave. Like, we need you now.
Mhm.
Like, he'll do it all until he has to be, like, literally stripped away. And just super nice, down-to-earth person. Like,
That's cool. It's
Yeah.
nice when they're like that. It's scary, I feel like, if you... I mean, it's scary as a fan to go up to somebody, you know what I mean? It's intimidating.
yeah, absolutely. But, like, people would be intimidated to go meet Travis, and then he'd just be like, what's going on?
Open arms,
man?
yeah,
Like,
he's super nice,
bring it on
yeah.
in. And just, like, yeah.
That's cool.
Just super positive, too. Never, like, negative. Never, like, say anything bad about anyone, ever. It was
Until-
always just super, super positive.
Until he's alone, he's like, God, these fucking...
No, I really do. I don't think so.
You
He is
just hear
such a, like...
freaking out in a porta potty somewhere.
Ah! No. But, yeah. So. Okay.
That's cool. I'm jealous. I wanted to meet him.
Yeah. He's a good guy. Okay, I'm sure we'll meet him.
All right.
We'll meet him again.
Okay.
We got Nitro Circus team, too. Like...
The whole crew.
I got I'm Snapchat buddies, and I got a few of their phone numbers, so we can
Hit him up. Let's get him on the podcast.
Hey,
Travis, you want to come to my friend's basement and do a podcast? There's a racing simulator. Yeah. I was thinking about
you could race with them.
I could. I
Because that's
wanted.
how they race, or some of them race. They do a lot of simulated racing. I know Andrew does, like, on the off season.
Do you think he would do the
iRacing.
podcast
Maybe.
if we told him there was a simulator of sorts?
Yeah. Like, hey man, You gotta beat our score.
Yeah, you gotta come beat me.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I can beat you on the track. If
Yeah.
I can beat you in the game. Like,
That'd be funny.
I would. I'll have to do.
I would. This is what I would do. I'd say if I can beat you, you let me do 2 laps in your truck.
There we go. That'd be interesting. Should we do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. Well, you got nothing to lose.
Well, maybe I would do the side by side
Fair.
because I mean I don't really feel like
Isn't it like a $2 million truck?
No.
no.
But,
But-
a Pro 4 like built out around 300, 400. Okay, maybe not. Built out, you probably half
Yeah.
a mil.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be $1 million at least.
Most trucks, I believe, they like you can buy one for like
Well, because
300, but like built out.
you found those ones we were sitting together. They're like $60,000.
Right, but
You don't know what you're getting,
you
but
had no idea what you're getting, and like it didn't even look comparable to
No.
the other trucks that they're racing in.
no, it
So,
was definitely something old,
yeah,
somebody's practice rig or something.
yeah, someone's
I feel like we should probably try to like describe who we're talking about. Not like describe, just let them know. They probably don't know when we say Andrew Carlson. Is it okay to even like shout him out? Is that legal? Is that acceptable? You're the videographer for the guy. You got the hat on. It should be
Oh
fine.
yeah.
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 What do you do, Zach? Let's talk about that. What is that facet of your your business?
I make videos.
for?
People.
Okay.
No.
All right. Sick, dude.
Cool. I make videos and I do a variety of videos. Wedding videos.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always great. Did real estate, commercial, and then recently I've been working a lot with like motorsports and with ERX, and
Mm-hmm.
ERX is this company here in Elk River, and they have a motor park, and they have a couple racetracks. They hold off-road championship races. They have snowcross. They actually have the nationals this year for snowcross at ERX.
Really? That's
really
cool.
Yeah, really
That's exciting. It's gonna be super busy on the highway.
Very busy.
That's gonna suck. They're gonna have to do something with the highway there. Figure that
they
out.
should really figure something out. Like they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually excited. I'll be shooting the national at ERX this year, so it'll be kind of fun. There's talk about we're doing with another buddy of mine. We're doing like a possible TV show
Mm-hmm.
with a few snowcross racers. That should be pretty fun. But yeah, other than that, I'll do stuff for Andrew Carlson, which is he was champ off-road racer,
Mm-hmm.
off-road racing. He raced Pro 2 and Pro 4 last year, and now this year he only did Pro 4 and then Pro Mod side by side, Pro
Mhm.
Mod or something like that. There's a lot of classes. I don't know all of them, but that's making recap videos and vlogs, doing stuff like that. Like I said, and then on top of the weddings and real estate. So making videos, I like it.
Cool.
Keeps me creative.
Yeah, you're doing all sorts of different videos. You're getting in all of the little crevices of
Mhm.
videography. That's cool.
And it's nice to have like my buddy Sam too. Shout out to Sam. We're gonna have Sam on here. Hopefully.
I'm excited for that.
We'll have Sam on here, and we can.
Sam is the nicest human being I think I've ever met in my entire life.
Yes, if you guys, it would be very awesome if you went and checked out Sam's YouTube channel. We'll have a link in the description
we'll
of his.
hook it up.
We'll slap his channel on here. But he's another videographer that got me into video, more into it. And he lives in Nashville. He lived here. He lived here, and he moved to Nashville to chase his dream. And he's actually the one that is working with Jimmy Allen. He got us hooked up with that Jimmy Allen deal, and
Mhm.
he does he tours with Jimmy, does all of his recap videos, and he's doing a lot of music videos lately. Like this year alone, I think he's on his 6th one already, 6th or 7th one, and he's rolling. Like they're little ones, but he just got working with, I can't remember her name, but we didn't even know who she was. And then after the video was done, someone was like, "Oh my gosh, like that's so and so," and Sam's like, "Really?" Like,
Oh, cool.
Cool.
I mean, yeah.
I
I knew that.
good thing I got 3 more lined up.
You're right.
So like, oh, it's cool. So it's always fun to go down to Nashville here and there and visit Sam, and we'll shoot some stuff. And I know that we shot one together with Sam. That was fun.
2.
2.
Yeah. One in Fargo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
We
out
had
in
one in
Delaware,
Fargo.
yeah.
And yeah, we did. For everyone listening, we did a video with Jimmy Allen and Sam for the Today Show.
Yep. That was my first like legit video gig went on the Today Show.
Like all the way up from here.
Yeah, bro.
And then you had a music.
Sky's the limit.
And then we did a short film. So
yeah,
like,
we did a short film after that. I mean, like, I went from 0 to a bajillion real quick.
Right.
But it was super, like, I was nervous from the get-go, like, just with what that was for me. You know what I mean? Like, that was huge. That's insane. But like Sam being Sam and him being as
So,
like
yeah.
it was so easy and he like makes you feel super comfortable like
Yeah,
coming in.
absolutely.
And he's just so nice. Like he's like, "You got this, man." And like just
Reassuring and
Reassuring.
like teaching you at the same time, and there's just a lot of support and positivity.
super helpful, all while being extremely hardworking. Like that's the hard. Like that's what I was like. How are you doing all this at one time? Like your mind's capable of doing many things, and it was impressive.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's where he's at. Like he's making so many connections and growing his business so fast down there, and just like working with Warner Music now.
Yeah.
And doing like these label videos and music videos with Jimmy. Like
It's cool watching it like happen.
yeah, and me and him worked together at the county like 3 years ago. Like we whole nother profession, and just crazy. Come a long way from working in a jail.
Feels good.
And being behind brick walls to now, traveling the world.
Yeah.
Like I have yet to travel overseas, but Sam on the other hand has been all over the place over there. So
Yeah. He'll talk about that, I'm sure.
We'll
definitely
have Sam on talk.
dig in.
So maybe we'll shoot for that. Maybe we'll try and get Sam on the show. I know Christmas is around the corner, so he's gonna have to be home for Thanksgiving or Christmas sometime soon.
Right.
So if
We're definitely
we'll get him on here.
we'll pester him until he shows up.
We'll pester him. Hey man, you busy today? How about tomorrow? How about the next day?
Let's text him right now, see if he wants to make that 14-hour drive real quick.
I'm in Nashville. We'll fly you up.
Yeah, we'll fly you up.
I got some fly points. Like we get reward points. We'll just fly him up.
Yeah, I got Sky Miles. Look out.
Do it. Yeah, it'll get him like halfway, and he's like stuck in Detroit or something. Whoops. Oh. But
I'm excited for like the future of this.
mm-hmm.
Like it stressed me out at first. Like I just wanted it to be, but like you just have to grind. Like that's the weird part. Like I forget that a lot.
to make things work, you just have to do it.
You just have to do it. You got to make the content.
But not only what I've been finding out is like I've come up with so many ideas and I've pursued so many things, different things, but which I think is a really good learning what you like to do, is trying so many things. But until you you found something you like, you have to do it. But then you got to keep doing it, even when it sucks, even when like you don't feel like doing it, when you're tired, and it's like.
Yeah, you just keep going. Because the people that give up aren't the ones that are at the top of whatever you want to do.
Like, if you enjoy doing it, like, just keep pushing through it. You're going to make it happen. Like, so.
Wise words.
Hey, man.
Wise
this
words.
podcast is full of things.
This podcast is all wise words.
That's all that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
You hear the words coming out of my mouth? Positivity. Wise.
Well,
Tis the season.
'tis the season.
Tis the episode.
That's the end.
Of
That feels like a good place to end.
Yeah. Sounds good.